Seems fair. God, all my fucking messages are freaking out right now. The million things are occurring. Millions and millions of things are happening. All of which will disrupt my focus for the stream. Oh. This is going to be one of those that has one of those, yeah. Well, I'll be the judge of that. It's Penny's big birthday. It's Penny's big birthday. Back when you were 1. -3. Never once has it looked better. Several entire months were spent. Old girl's looking a bit conked in the leg. Is it her birthday too? We missed it. We missed it. Hi, Deli.
Deli's here to celebrate.
Hi, I'm my wife Iris. I don't know anything about this series basically at all. I've seen like tiny glimpses through osmosis, but mostly that, you know, I'm mostly just like, huh? Jack and Dick's. Yep. Maybe we'll get to those by your next decade's birthday.
Hello, I'm the other beautiful partner. I'm here. I'm going to be jumping in and out repeatedly because I'm making dinner for the other wife.
Thanks, Jamie. He's being nice and making dinner for us.
Yeah, I'm making chili.
Yeah, I'm
You're
chilly.
so cool. Oh,
It's
that's
because you're so cool and red.
I'm Shadow Freddy. I'm so awesome, you know, like.
I'm Shadow Freddy.
Anyway, yeah, I'm Patronix or Slay, whichever you prefer. I'm on my low key energy arc right now. I'm in my my chill era at the moment, but I'm here, and I'd like to say that people that know me know that I have something of a liking, of an affinity for these, you know, silly little platformer type games. So, you know.
Listen, I've said before, I had my one as a kid. My one was the Sly Cooper series.
Yeah.
So nowadays I'm like, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, who are those? Actually, I also had Spyro, to be fair. But,
Yeah. I've never actually played Jack and Daxter. The only PlayStation platformer that I would really, and I say this, that I had, you know, experience with, but even then was very limited, was Crash Bandicoot, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
when I was
fair.
younger. I've never played Jack and Daxter. I know that years upon years and years ago, you know, on my infinite binges of watching various, you know, pieces of internet content over the years, I know I've seen reviews and playthroughs of some of these games that it's been so long since I've done so that I don't really remember anything about them. So, you know.
Well, let's find out. I still need to do that Spyro Heroes Tale stream that I keep talking about, but it's fine. For now, we're doing this.
yeah, baby.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Alright, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
The frogs.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh?
Oh, I can tell this guy's really funny.
Stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Help!
He's dead.
He's in the boots, yeah.
Oh.
Man, that stung!
Okay, this guy I've seen.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
He's turned into a marketable plushie.
Okay, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
There's a lot happening.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking
Don't
around
tell
in the
me.
only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even
Doing
more
a bunch
of them
of
out in the
meaningless
wilds
chores
just
for a
waiting
few
for some
hours.
brave
God.
adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
This is certainly a video game. All right.
This is the video game, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was all right. It wasn't too bad.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
With it, we can annoy you for the next 8 to 12 hours of gameplay.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs.
Yeah, thanks.
Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
It's for kids. I get it. Wait, Discord rich presence? What? Yeah. Games in this era had not figured the camera out yet.
No, they They have so many ways to fuck with the camera, and none of it does anything.
Now we can play the game.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
Jack does not seem like a brainiac.
No.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
This all has the energy of like a fantasy novel you read in middle school, where it's like, and then the jabroingos got angry at the chick clacks for stealing all of their boys, you know.
Wow, that last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Some kind of power
Notice how
increase.
each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you
It's
can
like
use
your
its
power has gone up.
This
That's strange.
is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a
So
full
many
charge
things
of
to
blue
look
eco,
at.
letting you use it for the maximum time.
That's a small bundle of grass.
You can feel it between your toes to get a wistful feeling.
Good work. The Blue Eco caused the door to open.
That's water. You can drink it every few hours to stay
Of
hydrated.
precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
But be careful. Don't let it go down the wrong way.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health. You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
We don't need to explain that. Oh, excellent work. Also, is the green like just healing, or is it permanent health? Yeah. Yeah.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, All of you, get out of here!
Okay. You can do the spin just like Senior Bandicoot himself.
Yeah, exactly. It crashes
Hey, baby.
past
What do
down
you
his
say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't
That's
know
good
what
to
you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father
I'm glad
always
we've
talked
got
about
rule
an
one
ancient
sorted
precursor
out.
pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Yeah. As is her God-given right. I return to my idle pose often. Cut to me just face down dead on the fucking floor.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a
Roberto?
moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box.
That's called you
Think she ran
can't
away to
draw
that
while
misty
not
island.
horny. I relate.
I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Yeah, I think somehow I think we will do that. Yeah.
Yeah. How peculiar.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a
great.
most inopportune moment. I wish to set
There's
off
a
on my
shitload of
journey
animated
yesterday,
cutscenes in this.
but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Collect the white gems.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near
Oh,
the
we've
village,
got
and
problems.
Now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam,
You're funny.
Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power
These
cell.
cutscenes have the
Minimum
same
contribution
vibe, but
is
obviously a lot
very
better than like the CDI cutscenes. Is what
Yeah,
I'm getting.
yeah.
That's what they're giving.
For sure.
Like, you keep meeting guys who are just like, whoa, dude, I'm like so animated and moving every second. Could you, perchance do this for me? You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Great.
my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rain-frame. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
If you could climb up there and put it out of its misery, oh, I'd be so grateful. That's where it sounded like that was going.
What a weird-looking thing. I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. The voice acting is a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle.
You gotta bring in the crops for the drink.
Okay.
Gotta milk those cows. Gotta milk those
He did that directly into my left ear,
It's
dude.
you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get him back into the corral?
Like, I'm trying to imagine playing this as a kid. I'd be so overwhelmed. There's so much going on.
So many guys telling you to do so many things, yeah.
Yeah. It's not bad, though. It's just like, holy shit, there's so much happening. Fire Canyon. Oh, I see why it's called that. Well, of course. Great. That's just what I needed today.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there. This
PS2
must
games
be a
also
precursor
love
oracle like
making
the
you
sage
ground
always
slam on the
goes on about.
collectibles.
I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
Just these games love to make you ground pound on the collectibles. It's just, I assume that goes back to Mario, but
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. Kevin, give me the power cell.
he's literally like,
In order to utilize your destiny, I require $9.99 per month premium pass.
yeah, no, he sounds like Darkseid.
Give me the 120 precursor orbs.
Yeah. And you don't need to close the fence or anything. This is me trying to get Deli and Velmy in the same room. Just do one at a time. It'll be quicker.
Complete with cartoon whacking sound effects.
Yes. And guy's getting some fucking ideas.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Okay. There was an extra second of dead air there for him to fall back asleep. Yeah.
Forbidden Jungle. Well, it sounded like the main quest was through Fire Canyon, but... Five.
We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
He fucking evaporates in the blue smoke.
Like, quantifiably.
And as we all know, evil people explode into blue smoke instead of collapsing to the ground as a corpse.
Yeah. This is one of those every enemy in the game somehow works for the bad guy situations. The jumping seems a bit stilted. But, you know.
It definitely looks like I don't know how to say it other than like I agree with you, but I also feel like it looks completely on par and average with every other platformer of this genre.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, that's the thing. It takes some effort to really get it fluid feeling. The Sly, that's part of why I like Sly Cooper so much. Is I mean, obviously I was a kid, but the jumping is very smooth.
Yeah.
It's good. And it, you know, it doesn't look bad here or anything.
Well, yeah, it's not bad. It's just, it's a different, like, I don't even know exactly how to describe it other than, like, there's, like, a sort of feeling to it, where there's a lot of these, like, of, like, this type of platformer, right, from, like, the early, or, like, through the 2000s, right, where it's, like, what's the word for it? They all move at like this kind of a similar pace of speed, right? And the jump is like obviously important, but it's like the jump functions at this like exact like kind of speed, like it always goes the exact same way, and you're always double jumping, and you're always doing this thing, you know?
As opposed to like jumping and then kind of gliding down onto something, you're jumping and then you are jumping and then you are moving and then you are falling, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like everything moves at like
Doohickeys
this
scattered all over the jungle
rate,
must redirect
and
the
you're
eco
always
beam.
like doing
Let's
the
go
same
fiddle with 'em.
kind of exact jump, right? And it's like I'm sure and I'm certain that people have explained this like more, you know, in an accurate way, and there are ways to describe such a thing, right?
Stretcher?
Oh.
Vic. Breathmint?
Sorry, my controller disconnected, so I died.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering what happened there.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a more objective way you can like quantify this kind of a feeling, but like it's this very specific vibe that a lot of platformers of this type have compared to like just like some other stuff, like, you know, your Sonics and Marios, where they're like a lot more momentum based, you know, and that's the kind of stuff that I tend to prefer. So.
Yep. Yeah, again, Sly definitely feels a bit more smooth than this, but hey. Jumping is fun, as video games have demonstrated by now, so. As long as it's not too bad.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's not even that it's bad, it's just that, like, there's this very particular kind of, like, there's it is a certain subset of platformers that this very directly falls into, right? Where, like, this is like this platformer kind of jump of all time, you know?
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. Clearly, people love these kinds of games, and I mean, you know, I've played plenty that I've enjoyed too. It's not a bad thing. It's a different type.
Yeah. Sure.
We need to get to the top of that tower.
See what I'm.
You know, actually, and this makes a ton of sense considering the DNA of the development teams, right? I was wondering, like, on top of just like a million other platformers of the ilk that you could like describe in the way, right? Of like, oh, like what is this reminding me of? And like very specifically, like this precise flow of it, right? And this is gonna sound worse than it is, but it makes sense of this in particular is very much so like reading as a better version of Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which I bring up because that was made by ex Naughty Dog people. So it very much so. This is like the real version of stuff like what that was. So
Grim.
Yeah. I was sitting here thinking, like, you know, there's like this flow in particular is reminding me of something. What is that?
Well, this game is real, and obviously higher quality, but also more importantly, well, not more importantly, but also it's its own thing.
Well, yeah, it's also its own thing and came like literally like a decade earlier, so like, you know.
And not ruining something that came before it, you know?
Yeah,
The monsters that unbid me ship will drive me broke.
Yeah? Irish Sailor Man. God, I know we watched it. Yeah. I know we watched it a few years ago, but I want to watch Song of the Sea again soon. It's so good.
Right. How long ago was it that we watched that?
It was it was a while ago.
Not 4 or 5.
I think it was at least like 3.
Yeah, I could see 3, but 5? I don't know about that.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
That one.
Woo!
Yeah.
Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell. If you can catch 200 pounds of
see,
them
this is
critters,
why it's a good game.
And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
You have to do this, yeah.
There are 2 types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies.
Why is he leaning in?
5
Yeah, he got
pound
closer.
fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
And then we're just in there.
And now we're here. Yep.
Like,
Here comes
he's
the big
like,
one.
he's like, do you think you can handle catching 20 fish? There are poisonous eels in this river. Fucking Christ. So funny. I do want Penny to play the Sly games at some point. For a similar yet distinct energy.
Here comes a big one. Looks like
Here comes a big one.
bigger net.
Oh,
Steady
that would
boy.
actually ruin the design of this game. this seems like a thing you'd try to do perfectly as a kid a few times. Jeez. How many do you need?
Here comes a big one.
200.
Yeah, and if you
Okay,
miss
well, I
20,
guess.
Steady.
Fair. Okay, I guess here there's more now. Okay.
You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
This guy has range of volume. For the rest of time. Now that I have me fish, I can laugh and laugh forever. Christ. God have fucking mercy. He got you. Oh god. Ugh. Sorry. It's been a long day. Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. Like, just because it was a trend doesn't mean it was a bad trend of like, platform 3D platformer with like cool looking guy and grinning little freak of nature on the front would sell like 2 million copies no matter how bad it was, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, there were a lot of good things that came from it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get all the power cells in a given area, yeah. Understood.
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area. Wahoo!
Yeah.
Okay, calm down. It's just the scout flies, man.
Chill out.
My girl can jump.
Jumping jumper.
I feel like every platformer has they move towards and away from each other, and it's weirdly hard moment. So I saw it in Epic Mickey. Have either of you played Epic Mickey?
I did when I was like really young. I never like beat it, but I did have it.
Yeah, I have not.
Yeah, so we
played
got a
it, but I've
precursor
seen
launcher
people
here,
play it.
but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
Just I've seen people play it. I haven't played it myself. I know there's also like Epic Mickey 2 or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
I also
or
have
like
that.
Epic Mickey Power of 2 or whatever it was called. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think whatever exactly it is, I also have that one. It was on Wii U.
Yeah, I have not seen anything for that one.
Wow, did you see that?
I figured.
Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
I enjoy Kira's voice. I think she's cute.
Big plan.
Alright. Sure enough, it's Big Plan.
You know him, you'll love him.
Yeah, very nice of him. That's even nicer than some bosses with their weak spot. He literally builds you a fucking road demise.
Yeah.
Hey, B. We're playing a very normal video game.
That's the plan.
I mean, all things considered, this is a rather normal video game. Like, this is a video game ever.
It's normal but more, is how I'd describe it. There's a lot happening. He like bounced once and then instantly deflated and withered.
Yeah. Is that he stays here like this?
You can mug him?
You can... Does this happen forever? Okay. Oh, the precursor orbs are limited. I see. So it's one of those where you can collect all the currency, it's not just a respawning thing. Okay. Well, I suppose you'll need to be doing as much of that as you want to. I suppose you'll need to do what you want.
Yeah. I suppose it do be what it do, Yug.
Yeah. Have you played this one, B?
No, I have not. I've heard the name Jak and Daxter before. I've seen the I know what they look like and all that stuff, but like I've never played the game myself. I wasn't much of outside of a very select pool. I wasn't much of a gamer when I was a child, and haven't gotten everything since.
She got them.
She got them.
But yeah, my main reaction so far is there is a lot of animation. Put a lot of fucking effort into all the cutscenes, that's for sure. Including the fucking 10-year one at the beginning.
Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower.
Okay.
Hey! We can follow the beam to find the next tower.
This is true.
So I guess I must ask, is this one of those like Mario Killer games, or is this like made after that era. Okay, so like half.
It's one of those 3D platformers with freaks on the front. Was very, very profitable at this time.
Yeah, this is a very different kind of thing because the Mario killer thing was more so like the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like, yeah, like this and like Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank were after, like, were like the PS2 era as opposed to like Mario and Spyro and stuff, which were a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even then, it's like, because like Mario like started in like the 80s, right?
Well, okay, original Mario, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because like Mario started in like the 80s, right? And then by the time that you get to like the late 80s and early 90s, and stuff like Sonic starts up, right? And a million gazillion other 2D platformers that are trying to, you know, also trying to do the same thing that Sonic did, but like Sonic's really the main one that survived. And then once you get like later into the 90s, when you start getting into like 3D stuff, is that's when like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro start, and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Banjo-Kazooie sort of in tandem with like Mario 64. I'd say like Banjo-Kazooie and like Crash and all of that sort of created its whole new little zone within it, right? Which is what stuff like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and all of them come from.
Yeah. It was a bit after the initial Mario 64 wave, you know?
Yeah.
But 3D platformers were popular then. And, you know, people still like them now, even though there aren't nearly as many.
Yeah, no, they're. I wouldn't say that they're a dead genre for sure, definitely not. But like, this era of it, when a million and one games that look very similar to what you're watching right now, that era is long gone at this point. You know, you get games like this sometimes.
Yeah, the only recent one I can think of is like the new Bubsy game, or like Astro Boy, not Boy,
Astrobot.
Astrobot. Yeah.
Astrobot is probably the highest profile, like version of it for sure.
Yeah. Some people still want them to come back, as evidenced by Ukulele's success? Question mark.
Yeah, I haven't looked much in. You know, yeah.
I've heard it's gotten better, yes.
Yeah, from what I've seen, at least through YouTube videos that have been recommended to me through the algorithm, is that apparently the remake has fixed, like, apparently people really like the remake to the point where they're like, oh yeah, it like fixed pretty much all the problems the original game had. But
yeah.
I
the original
can't say
game
it.
was received very mediocrely.
Yeah. He's still laughing.
Yeah, we did that guy's minigame and now he's laughing forever. But yeah, no.
I think you laughed because you died, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
the main ones I played it when I was younger were Spyro and Sly. Even the Legend of Spyro games, they were definitely still 3D platformers, but they also tried to blend like action brawler elements into it. Is kind of what they were trying to do.
We should go tell that windbag of a mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
The next sentence I'm gonna say is probably gonna hurt you, but for the longest time, when I was like in my childhood era, I only knew Spyro from the Skylanders games.
No, you said that.
Hey, let's go check out old Fish Brett's
and
speedboat
like,
at the dock.
I don't blame. See, that's not what makes me sad. The part that makes me sad is that Spyro and like Cinder are in Skylanders, right? And I feel like, because Cinder's like, oh, it's his like black dragon, like, you know, female friend, right? that they introduced in Skylanders, and it's like, no, actually, she was the main antagonist of the first Legend of Spyro, and then like a
wonderful sight.
and then a playable character in the third Legend of Spyro, and then in Skylanders.
Boys, you have restored power to the village.
Yeah,
and
unfortunately,
guaranteed
Spyro has been
re-election.
sucked into the same
And
realm
for
that
that, my boy,
Rayman now inhabits,
you
of
earned a power cell.
no longer allowed to exist as his own franchise, instead tied to other things.
Yeah. Saddening.
Yeah. Hey, at the very least, Spyro got the Reignited trilogy. How long ago was that now?
So you want to make a contribution?
4,
Good.
5 years.
A sizable one, I hope.
57.
At the very least, Spyro has had
It's a
that,
sizable
so.
contribution.
Yeah, they did have that. I wish they'd make a
just
new one,
hope
but
this
that
power cell
was
adequately
like
represents
everything
my
I've seen of
gratitude.
Reignited is like, yep, this is a shot-for-shot remake, and it looks pretty good. You know. Good. Yeah, no. I at least want you to do, or offer me to do, a Hero's Tale.
I see you two are
that's-
back to
Because
make the
Hero's
trade.
Tale is
Good,
literally
good, jolly
my
good.
first video
You
game.
have the,
is Hero's Tale.
precursor
So
orbs
I've always
that we
wanted to do a
agreed
stream
on.
of that.
I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Like other than you know, edutainment computer games, that was like the first game I got my hands on. Yeah, that is Silent Hill.
Y'all were real quick. Y'all were right. This game does have the animation.
Yep,
it does. As I said earlier, it's giving CDI games with what it's trying to do, except like good, you know?
Yeah.
So do you have to spend the orbs or just show it to them? Sure, Daxter, whatever, man. It is funny to me that, like, so far the only real, like, they've said, like, we want to figure out what the precursors are, and also there's a bad guy of some kind, but we haven't seen anything about him yet, or any mention of him. So really the plot is just Daxter turned into a furry shithead, so go fix it. And that's it. Yes, but like that's not. Nobody said go try and stop them yet. You know.
Those old metal boxes are thicker than a Yakao skull, but there must be something that can bust them open.
So, Daxter wasn't always.
That pelican
No,
just
no,
snagged a
opening-
power
okay.
cell.
He was always
Let's go
like
kick
this, in
some
that
big
like he
bird
spoke
butt.
like this, but he didn't look like this.
Yeah,
that's
the
what I
opening
meant.
cutscene is like he falls into some black goo called Dark Eco and then comes out looking like that.
Gotcha.
And then everyone's blasting him, which is probably deserved. Where one NPC is like, I'm not sure where that ugly, loathsome, like, waste of space friend of yours is, but he probably is the one that stole all my shit, you know? Well, he rags on everybody else. That he's one of those the joke is that he's shit characters that we all know and
my favorite.
love. Yeah. It's everybody's favorite. He has not been the worst so far, but yeah.
Cause
I've seen worse, so that's my reaction so far. I don't love it though. You were saying, Reed?
I was just saying, yeah, like, because as we all know, if you draw attention to the fact that a character is bad, that makes it better. That means they're less annoying.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors.
The game just changed its name to Jack.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
but you have so much
There
to
is
do. I
Daxter.
won't waste
That
your
is a game
time.
that exists.
By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always
they
get
also
a
make a
job
game
controlling the
called
village rat problem.
Jack, but no Daxter.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day once, yeah. Maybe once Naughty Dog is released from remaking The Last of Us Prison, they can do something like that.
Yeah.
The recompile. Well, yeah. I mean, generally speaking, if you can make a recomp for a game, it's pretty much gonna be the best way you can play it on PC.
It's buzzing.
And just generally, because I mean, it's effectively you have effectively recreated the original game's code, but now you can also, because you have that, you can make whatever alterations you want, and it's like the most easily moddable thing compared to like how other games function. So like, if a recomp for a game exists, it's if a recomp for a game exists, it's pretty much gonna be the best way to play it. I've kind of tuned. I've already gotten used to the general noise profile. You know, I've kind of tuned it out.
Punch those poles up from below.
Me and the gals walking through shallow water.
I just sort of clocked that the scout flies are like little helicopters. You know? What? As in, like...
Ooh, let's use the cannon to blow things up.
I like that one.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
That one was good. I'll accept that
I
one.
missed it. I missed it.
I will give Jack and Daxter on that front of like, you know, hey, I mean the platformer collectathon trope of every time you collect the muffin, you do your victory pose. I mean, like, it's a classic. It does hit, but I do like that this game has like a bunch of different variations on it. You know?
Yeah.
Because normally the thing is that it's the same thing every time, and so it's nice that this has like different versions.
All right, more orbs.
Well, he died, so.
Oh, you have to live with your sin forever now, or at least until he respawns. Oh.
Well, I guess he's dead forever.
This is just like Undertale.
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter genocide route.
Yeah, exactly. Interview with Toby Fox is like, what inspired you to make this? Well, actually, I was playing Jack and Daxter this one time, and I fired a cannon at this pelican, and he didn't come back. It really made me think for a minute. I think you're gonna need to aim a little higher. Oh, or not. I guess sometimes it'll just work, I guess. Oh. Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Could the emulator, I mean legal console you're using for this, emulate other PS2 games as well?
Yeah, this is just that one, okay.
Why?
I found it funny in my very, like, and I mean extremely limited experience programming games, right? I thought it was really funny how easy it was to simulate gravity, which is just, for everything affected by it, just y = -1. It's just decreasing it, just make sure it's decreasing by 1 at all times, that's all you have to do. Obviously, a bit more complicated for a more complicated game, but killed Mr. Pelican. You have to reset, you have to start over.
Auga! Auga! Dive for those orbs, Jack! Dive!
I like how you explain what he's doing as though that like makes it okay or something.
Yeah, it wasn't the logic of why he's doing that, but that was the issue there. Yeah.
Well, back to the point I was saying though, just if you can find an emulator that would do Spyro, either you or I can play that at some point.
To my understanding, it should. If I understand how it is, it should be completely fine because the original 3 Spyros were all PlayStation 1. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Hero's Tale was PS2, GameCube, and Xbox.
I mean, if anything, if it was on GameCube, there's stuff. Yeah.
Are you near the egg yet?
Did she like psychically send that message to you? Yeah.
Oh, through binoculars, of course.
The most effective method of communication.
She has binoculars and also turned off the fucking world data so you can see through it. also stumbled across a bunch of people on Reddit. A thread of people talking about whether Hero's Tale was good or not.
You know? Verdict?
It has problems, but it's overall pretty good.
Okay.
One of its main things is just like it's the Spyro / platformer game ever. Like it really is not trying to do anything new at all. I think maybe the elemental breath stuff was new at the time, because I don't think Spyro had elemental breath back in the originals.
I don't know Spyro well enough to say.
Yeah, alright. Then that was probably the main new gimmick at the time. Because Legend of Spyro had this as well, but in Hero's Tale, like, the power-ups he gets are like, oh, you can switch between, like, fire and lightning and ice breath, and that kind of shit. That's a completely different game. A New Beginning is the first one in Legend of Spyro's trilogy.
That's it.
Which are the fucking
Come on, push the egg off
reboot
the cliff.
reimaginings I've talked about being
good, now
extremely
push it.
goth for no reason. Sorry, this person's yelling and I'm trying to talk, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, A New Beginning's the one with Cinder in it.
You must be a true animal lover. Be careful. It doesn't look safe up there. Oh, here, birdie, birdie. Here, birdie,
Wow,
birdie.
there's no delay here,
You
huh?
must be a true animal lover. Oh my, that wasn't gentle. Careful. Easy does it. Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
You definitely did not hit any... Well, I guess the hay is kind of there, hesitantly. She did not put very much down.
I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Okay.
Oh no! No!
Eat Daxter.
Look, isn't
Kill
that
him.
cute?
It's a baby
thinks
gypsy
you're
rose.
its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom. You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
I love how it just cuts to this every time. Yeah,
Oh, there's
Misty
one
Island
missing
is where
still,
the
yeah.
Dark Ooze was, dude.
There is one missing power cell here, yeah? In the middle? Yeah, sorry, you got too busy thinking, I think your murderous tendencies may have led you to believe that you killed them already, but you actually need to chase the sequels.
Ah, yes, the long jump. The forward long jump.
Woohoo!
You've upset the god of nature.
What happens when you chase the seagulls?
They caused an avalanche. Let's check it out.
Yeah, they did that, yeah. That's one of those lines where you can feel someone feverishly typing, oh fuck, we need this to happen, but it's connected to this. Okay, they caused an avalanche, you know?
Yeah.
That fucking fish I hate.
How do we get there?
You use a boat.
Good. You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
This is also pretty non-linear to start. I see.
This place gives me the creeps. And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz. Hey, I see the sculptor's muse.
Okay. That guy punched you in the face with no telegraph, dude. Oh. It looked like he punched you. My bad. Yeah, that's the bounce I see.
Sorry, I get stuck in the mud.
This is just like Bayonetta chasing the crows, dude.
Oh, a child, baby child. Okay.
Negative unborn baby.
Yeah. Negative unborn baby is one of those things of all time that I'll never forget. It's like
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Dude, you even got to her and she just juked you. One would think she actually doesn't want to get me that guy's views. Maybe she just wants to get away from him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Potentially. Me when I have to put Delilah in the bathroom.
Yeah, that is Delilah in the bathroom.
That cat's running almost like Velvy does when I want to hook her. Weird.
Don't fall into the mist below us, because I don't think we'll make it back. Knock over those bones!
They don't have an archetype for this game.
Yes. This is on the official list.
The collectathons seem to be... They go hand in hand,
Yep.
a lovable hand.
Get the Red Eco! Red Eco makes your attack stronger!
I'd say that pretty much like the de facto games for Archipelago stuff are like collectathons like this, Metroidvanias, you know, and then like other like adventure games like the Zelda stuff, you know.
There's a lot of little things that you can do.
And Mega Man
Bro was
2.
still screaming even after he got back.
Because you know, this is actually some interesting data because I saw this the other day and I was just fucking around on the main website for Archipelago. Let me find this. Because they have like a stats page on like the most commonly played games within a certain period, right? Yeah, so within the past 7 days, right, they keep track of, like, you know, how many times games were played, right?
Yeah.
And the most common category, shouldn't be surprising, is other, right? Which is every game that's not on the official list, right?
Yeah.
So naturally it's going to be the largest because it's, like, every game that is not an official one, so no shit, right?
Yeah.
But of the official list of Archipelago games, the most played one, at least in the past 7 days, and this generally seems to be the case, is Hollow Knight. Followed then by Pokemon Emerald, then it's Dark Souls 3, then it's Celeste, which, considering that Celeste was just added, I think is certainly, you know, it's something. It was added in the same version as Choo Choo Charles.
I mean,
Celeste
I think
64
Celeste...
has.
I think that's because other people have like done like the manuals and such for Celeste, but
yeah, it's only recently been added as like
an official game.
As an official game, because I think it was like late last year. I don't remember the exact time, but I know it was pretty late last year because the big async that they did, right, that I was participating in part, one of the big things with it is like, whoa, this is the first one we're doing that has Choo Choo Charles and Celeste Open World in it, right? So, yeah, like the fact that, you know, Celeste is one of the most recent games added to the official list, and it's also one of the most popular, you know, that's something. But all of this to say, where the hell does Jak and Daxter fall on this?
So it's a part of the official list for the
Yeah, it
Jak
is.
and
I'm
Daxter?
just trying to find it.
I'm surprised Sonic Adventure 2 isn't higher, because...
We remember what happened.
Yeah,
the
no,
last
it
time
is.
we were
It is
here.
not as high up as I would have expected.
It's
but
an
it's
ambush,
also.
Jack! It's an ambush!
I mean, in part, I assume it's just because there's a bias for it here in our group. But in terms of like the main, like the greater community, and of course, this particular spread of data is just in the past week, right? So it's certainly not the entirety of it, right? But I'd say that generally speaking, this data you can use to like, observe trends, you know? And so it's definitely like Hollow Knight's the top, then it's Pokemon Emerald, then Dark Souls 3, then Celeste, then Terraria, then Mario 64, Risk of Rain 2, then Stardew, then Ocarina of Time, Kingdom Hearts 2, StarCraft 2, Link to the Past, Undertale, Yacht Dice, Wind Waker, Hat in Time, and then Sonic Adventure 2. No, let me
This place
see,
gives me the
because it's
woolies.
not on, like, I can't
Let's
see it
keep
on
you out of the
iChart
ooze, okay?
So it must be very slow.
comparatively.
Does something happen if you default is? Okay. I was wondering if there'd be like an animation for it or something, but...
I was actually saying this data, this is for the past 7 days, but it's actually the past 30 days, so it's the past month, so it's actually a little bit more representative. Yeah, I can't scroll far down enough to know exactly where it's at, but it certainly doesn't look like it's super popular.
This game? No. It's got charm. It's got character.
I mean, people do like this. It's just
Yeah,
not
I know.
hyper popular like some things.
Yeah.
It's not hyper popular.
Everything else on the list has like much more popularity. Yeah.
Or at the very least, there's a lot of games that do. Yeah, okay. So within the past month, there have been 1,400 Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacies run on Archipelago, right? 1,400. In comparison, Hollow Knight, which is the highest number of a single game, is 25,733. So.
Oh yeah.
Not too surprising.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Hollow Knight is easily the highest, actually, because now that I'm looking at the exact numbers, it's fucking Hollow Knight, you know, has 25,733 as mentioned. Pokemon Emerald, which is the second highest, has 12,858.
Oh,
so it
God.
has less than half of what Hollow Knight does. And
I mean,
that's the second most played
love
game.
Hollow
So.
to me, it makes sense because it makes sense not only because Hollow Knight is obviously like popular and Silk Song just came out, so that's given it a resurgence and so on, right? But also, Hollow Knight is a pretty damn easy game to Archipelago, like without too much effort, because like unless you get something very necessary, like super deep locked behind someone else's thing, it's usually like, it's a very easy to like, you know, play at your own pace type of one where it's like, chances are you're not going to need to go around and do a shitload of the game. You know, you can kind of just play it at your own pace and take it easy while you wait for like the things you need to be collected, which are not that many. Like, as opposed to like, you know, something else where it's like, oh, I need all the emblems or I need all the keys or whatever. It's like, I just need a few key things, and once those are gotten, I can beat the game whenever I want and release like a billion things and feel accomplished, you know? And like, that's why I like it. It's fun. It's a pretty low maintenance one, so.
Yeah. Yep. After I finish my playthrough of Hollow Knight, I definitely would like to try out Archipelago with that.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Because I know I was saying it a few months ago.
Do me a favor
right?
and keep away from
And
those
at least
dark
as of
eco
current, there's
boxes.
some reindeer-shaped things I'm a little bit busy with. But sometime soon, I want to theoretically try and start organizing our next big fucker. So.
Absolutely, I'm definitely down for that.
We haven't done all too many regular-sized ones since then, but that's fine. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And at least on my end, right? You know, as mentioned, I did the. I was in doing stuff for the last community, like, you know, Archipelago server basing, right? And so I have, from that, on top of other places, I have a couple new games under my belt from the official list I can actually play. Though I will say that I will, Choo Choo Charles probably won't be one of them for me. But
No.
I could do it. I know how to do that game now. But
do you want
I
to?
want to? Not exactly. But really, I could.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Oh boy.
I mean, hey, this seems fine enough to do. You're currently playing Donkey Kong, so. Because I said it when I was doing it. Because I remember when we did our last like really big one, right? That you know, Scarlet was playing Choo Choo Charles, and it was a whole thing of like a lot of the time, right? When Scarlet was expressing like what was going on, right? And she was making it sound like hell on earth / she didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? It was like come on, it like, you know, I'm sure that there are things I don't know about this game that like are making it more of a hassle, right? But I don't know, at least it seems like you can kind of do whatever. After doing it for myself, I completely understand Scarlett's hesitation to do it again. Because it's not that it's hard. It's not like the difficulty of it, right? That's not the issue. The issue is that, the game has like 600 something fucking checks, right? And of those 600 fucking checks, like 400 of them are open to you immediately.
The two of you have plenty to do.
Hold on.
Get on with it.
Get on with it. That of those like 600 checks, like 400 of them maybe are like immediately open to you as like right off the game, right off the game. And all of those things are like little tiny specks of metal, right? That are just on the ground somewhere, and at least at the time that Scarlet and now I, right, have both done it, there's not like a tracker, right? That's like helping you keep in mind not only like what you've already done, but also like where anything is, because like all of it is just little tiny inconspicuous things on the ground, right? So it's like you start it up and immediately like the entire world's open to you, so have fun spending the next couple hours scrounging every inch of this island for little tiny bits of metal in spots you don't have a map for.
Yeah, where they're very camouflaged. They're not easy to find.
They are
like that game.
Yeah.
That game, like literally, all that game needs to be a really good archipelago is like a scrap tracker / map. Like if it just had a map of all the little bits and like names of the areas and shit like that, it would be completely fine. Because then it's like, ooh, a fun treasure hunt, instead of like, oh my god, where are they?
Yeah. I would personally argue, and maybe this is just my opinion on it, because I know that, you know, different people have different levels of tolerance for this. I feel like a way that you could make the Choo Choo Charles Archipelago significantly better paced is by making it so stuff that, like, the bridges that connect portions of the island, right, you have to unlock those, because on top of all of the scrap being everywhere and untrackable, and if you die it respawns, so you don't know which ones you've gotten already, right? So, like, on top of all of that, the issue for one of the biggest issues for me is just that because so much of it is immediately open to you, like, if you're playing it, you know, on as its own thing, that's one thing, right? Like, if it's like your only game you're playing for something, that's like fine. But like, you're gonna just be spending a million fucking years right at the start with nothing stopping you.
Let's
you know?
plow into those
And so
bone
my
workers and
thinking is, I think it could be good pacing wise if like certain bridges that connect parts of the island are need to be unlocked, so that like when the game starts, instead of like having 400 things immediately available to you, maybe that number's cut down a little bit, you know? Pace it, give it some wiggle room of like the playing field there.
That would definitely do it, yeah.
Or at least have the option to do that, because, you know, I understand that some people would prefer it being really big and open like that, but at least for me, I like the idea of being able to shrink the starting area a little bit, just so that, like, you know, you have to do the archipelago thing, you have to work it out a little bit more, as opposed to inevitably there being a point in the run where someone will just need to go through the entire game of Choo Choo Charles, while everyone else is waiting on them to find the little tiny thing in the one corner.
I find it really weird what you mentioned about, like, the pervading attitude of people in the Archipelago Discord being like, I never want to get stuck. I want to, like, you know, just be able to play the game in any way I want at my own pace. Yeah. Because, like, then you're just, if everybody just sits down and plays, like, you know, 1 or 2 games, and there's never a point where you get stuck, then you're all then there's no point. Like, you're all just sitting around in each other's proximity playing games, right? And like, sure, maybe there's the slight added thing of like, ooh, I got you this thing, and that's fun.
They've been threatening the waters around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the trans pad, and I'll teleport it back.
Bring your zoomer back to the trans pad. Brother, what's going on these days? These games are woke.
Yeah. I'm the trans pad, but
yeah.
But like, yeah, what I find by far the most interesting element of Archipelago is like the fact that it's like you get those logic chains of like, okay, so to do this we need to get this, to do that we need to get that, to do that we need to get that, and to do that this person needs to finish doing this thing, and like shit like that, right? Like that to me is the interesting part of like, oh well, I'm stuck, you know, and I need my friends, and I need to help my friends puzzle out a way to get unstuck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that to me is the fun part. But if it's just like everybody sits down, plays it, never gets stuck, except for like a couple times, then it's like, well, I just played that game again, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends. You know, I think there's plenty of fun to be had playing it where it's mostly smooth sailing, right? Especially if you're playing it in like a setting where you're trying to like get through things as quick as possible, right? Because then at that point it's like you're playing a game randomizer with an extra little spin on it, right? Which, like, you know, it's totally fun and fair and fine, right? But yeah, I don't personally understand the perspective of like being so averse to the idea of ever getting stuck behind something, because like that's like the point, you know? Like that's kind of the whole idea. Other than like the novelty, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's part of the reason why I really like doing the big ones, right? Where we're all playing a million games, because like then it creates more opportunities for that kind of stuff to happen, you know? Because like in part because we're all, you know, one person playing a cluster of games, like we're prioritizing certain things that seem important, and we need to unwind what we need to focus on at a given moment, you know?
Yeah, because, like, as I've said before, right, don't get me wrong, I've had plenty of fun just sitting down and playing games in each other's proximity that would not otherwise be connected, but now they are, right? That's plenty of fun, for sure. But to me, the only time I've ever felt the true, I think, like, potential of what Archipelago can do is that first big one we did, where we're stuck behind a million crazy logic chains, to the point where, like, we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to do it, you know?
Yeah.
There was that doubt of, like, how do we do this? Not just, okay, well, we need to spend some time doing this, you know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that element to it was, like, the most fun part to me.
It's never quite hit that in that way. Sense. No, it's... Because, like, I think it's in part just because, like, A, we were new to it at the time, right? So, like, there's an element of we're not as familiar with how all of these things work, right? And also just, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel there is, like, a luck element to it for sure, you know? It's also just in part, like, how exactly you futz around with, like, the settings of things. So, like... I'm sure there are some funky things we could do and some lucky things we can get to have that feeling sort of happen again. But I mean, even the other ones, at least for me, have still been like oodles and loads of fun. It just hasn't been the exact same thing as that very first one, no.
Yep. Pretty much. I'm definitely looking forward to, like, the next time we do a big puzzle, I just want to keep an eye out for more ways to, like, make it harder, like, not just in terms of, like, oh, it's harder because of, like, the amount of busy work we have to do, but harder in terms of, like, we seriously need to, like, rack our games and our brains to even figure out how to do certain things, you know?
Yeah. I think in large part, it could just benefit us to, like, A, make sure that when we're choosing the settings for our games that, like, we're doing stuff in service of that, right? And also just, like, lowering the progression balancing on things. Because, like, I feel like, you know, if anything, that can help skew it if we're not rigging things in certain ways, you know?
Yeah. I think it's a combination of lowering the balancing more, as well as just, you know, paying attention to the settings, as well as I think we should all, like, for the next big Archipelago, make hints a lot more expensive.
Yes,
like,
no, that was something I was gonna suggest.
Because I don't want to just get rid of hints, because then you don't have, then you're just like, you don't get anything, right? You don't have the logic chains at all. It's just like, well, we just got to try to do anything to do anything. But I think that, like, limiting the hints heavily means that, like, what I would hope is we get some logic chains of, like, okay, I know where this is, it's behind this and everything, but we also can't just, like, brute force, like, oh, okay, I know how to get, like, the thing that will untangle the most stuff, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Because I know that in the recent archipelagos, I've, you know, just done, like, you know, the more regular scaled ones, I have been purposefully refraining from using hints for as long as humanly possible. I've just, like, I just don't use hints until we're in that phase of the thing where, like, everybody's starting to clear it, and it's like, okay, we're basically done, you know, I'll hint for the last item I need, you know? But, like,
yeah.
I've been refraining from using hints as much as possible.
And again, it's not like hints, too many hints are the problem, or making it too easy, it's just that, like, if you don't have any hints, there are no logic chains, and it's not fun, of course. But it's like, if everybody can just always hint for all the things they need, it's also just like, okay, well, that makes it really easy to unravel, you know? Because, like, part of the things that were creating the difficulty in the first one is that, like, we had a bunch of logic chains that were all locked behind the one thing that we couldn't hint for, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That was the stuff that caused the issues, that we couldn't hint for the, you know, the
I think we also just had a god seed too.
Yeah, no. It was because it was a combo of, like, the hints worked out such that we weren't given the answer for the biggest things that we need, right? And also, this is another one, right, that I feel like I want to fuck with, right, to try and make it so that something like that happens again, right? Is that one of the things in that first one that has not happened since was that bingo, as in the bingo board, was the integral piece that unlocked everything. And so it wasn't just that there was the one big thing that was holding everybody back, which was surf. It was that to get surf, we had to untangle, like, 10 other webs to clear an entire one. So...
And it was so fun. It was a lot of fun.
Because that's where all the shit with, like, Central City happened, and all the stuff with Animal
I'm never gonna,
and...
like, and genuinely,
Hurry up
too...
with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
Yeah, just genuinely, too, one of the best things ever was the fact that, like, Penny had used all the hints she possibly could in another crab,
yeah,
but didn't have, like, one of the first things to get out of the opening area, which would, like, you know, that's a pretty big game. There's a lot of checks we needed further into the game, but we didn't know where it was. So we, like, there was a bunch of shit that we all knew we needed and had hinted for, but it was all behind that, which was the pristine pearl, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best.
Oh, that was the
Take
one
this
where it
power
was, like,
cell.
in...
I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was gonna finish with. Yeah, I was letting him talk, but yeah, that's the one where it's like, okay, we have no choice but to scour the world, the universe of these 50 games we had in the thing to find the pristine pearl, right? Because she couldn't hit for it, and it was imperative. And then just randomly early in the day, Belle was playing Wind Waker, and it showed up in the Wind Waker auction. And so we're all of a sudden like, oh my god, Belle, you need to bid on that. You need to bid on that. Bid all your money. You need to win that pearl. You'll never get it again if you don't win it.
Power cell is yours. You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
When was the last time you checked, actually?
I'm ready for Fire King, yeah.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your shield until it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Hit those balloons to cool off! There's scout flies out here, too! Woo! See if we can catch air off those lurkers!
Oh, normally? This is the normal canyon?
Use the upturn to steer harder!
Oh boy. My girl. She's too hot.
Wahoo! We made it!
Lightning immediately.
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders.
One
Oh!
hell
Looks like
of
the
a
Blue
party.
Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Yeah. That is fair. Oh, go check. We've been going an hour and 50 minutes, so I'm good for one more hour today, I think. I'm too tired for much more than that.
Until we find out why the Blue Sage disappeared, you're going to need to collect 45 power cells to fuel his machine. Go get them.
Yeah, I was more talking about the, like, fucking eggs anyway.
Interesting strata. You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We asked you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
I do enjoy
Oh, you
it.
have
Like,
the
yeah,
orbs.
we
Here's a
care.
power cell we agreed upon. This stone is very old. Rocks have
I don't know
feelings
if you guys
too.
pay attention to the Heart of Hope chat and Savvy server, right? But I just enjoy what happened a bit ago. Of like, I was trying to make a joke about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make Vex's long lost sister, right, or whatever, as like part of the thing he's doing. But I accidentally put Vex's long sister.
long sister.
And Savvy's like, well, I imagine they're not lost, right? Because they're so long. And I'm like, yeah, you can't miss her. Everyone knows about her. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Long sister.
That's one of those flying lurkers. He might have a
I'm sure you're not about to run the move. Oh, okay, no, they actually jumped into the game.
Yeah, these are the guys we have to herd, I think. I'm gonna briefly BRB.
Hey, Penny. I've been playing Monster Hunter because, funny, right? And I finally got to the, what are they called, Velociprez? The blue guys. And my immediate reaction is, yo, it's Steve! Fuck yes, Steve! I love Steve. I love Steve.
What is she doing? What's the Deller doing?
She's just being very active right now. She really wants to go out into the other room and Mr. Iris while she has food, right? So she just keeps jumping around and screaming.
Let's go get our power cell from the geologist.
From the geologist?
I hate how he says that.
Me when I'm describing the Pelican incident.
Trust me, those dog.
so you don't bonk against that tree again.
Nasty lurkers.
Okay. My controller just gave up there for a second.
Interesting. Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, everything in this game is bouncy.
It's alive and I want it dead.
He's sad.
Is that the crestfallen warrior from Dark Souls?
Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So's, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
I see the gimmick of this area is 2 cell Tonys.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakao steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? 'Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that
I want to know what
again.
90 orbs gets you in this universe. What's the? Does that get you like a nice dinner?
a single steak dinner? Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought me
the special at Red Lobster. That's what it's worth.
All right. I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
With his psychic powers, yeah.
Bridge attack. Listen up, little dude. You gotta listen to me. There are actually 2 bells of awakening.
Yeah, he is.
I always thought of this bot in chat as the band.
Oh. This is the moment that bot became banned.
Better ban bot.
Yeah.
Banning bot.
This is the moment Jack became Daxter.
Yeah.
The moment Daxter became Daxter was when he fell into that pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the moment Daxter became Heisenberg. We just haven't been told it yet.
It's a hairy journey, you know?
Woo! We beat the record time! I've said it before, I'll say it again. Avoid the dark eco boxes!
Oh, he will be saying that again, yeah.
He's always saying this.
If he dies and there's one thing that he needs to have remembered, it's that.
I'm gonna step away from it.
Those fuckers are resilient.
Yeah.
They're coming back too quick. But they come back really quick. Oh, awesome. But they'll all be next to another one eventually. Power plant. Oh, oh. Oh,
You keep on impressing me. But then maybe it's just because I've got low expectations. Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
Any other birthday plans, Peb? Do you have that?
I've got like a fucking like, I don't know what that's called. It's like the fucking like sumo belt, yeah?
Yeah.
There was a time when I knew more about sumo stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they did, yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a fucking couple of sound effects spliced together, yeah. Also, with sumo stuff, right? Maybe this is just me and being like, I'm usually squicked out by like people overeating and stuff. But to me, like, it's almost scarier needing to put on the amount of weight that they need to do. And, like, yeah. And obviously, like, not only that, but also just like the amount of work they need to put into it just generally is like more intimidating to me than becoming like a fucking bodybuilder or something who like
Yeah,
is
no,
really
it's
focused on getting into shape. Like eating that amount they have to eat is like truly horrifying.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like it's this crazy world.
Yeah. There we go. I wish every guy you hit with your bike would make the sound the kidnapper fox makes when you run him over in the guard. Do you guys want to know what happened in the Masks game we did today?
Sure.
So, long story short, I'm playing like the newborn, right? Where their whole gimmick is, you know, that they're like a new form of life in some way, right? So they don't know anything, they're innocent in some way, and all that, right? Or like at least naive. And I'm playing Amalgamate, who's dumb baby, and like, you know, true to the newborn, I was like, well, you do whatever you want for her backstory, and she just has to live in it, right?
Yeah.
You know. So today, people came to visit her house, and then she took them to visit the forge where she was like made, and we go meet her other mom that created her, or at least who she calls mom, which is this which as it turns out, and I didn't know this, is this gigantic, like, you know, fucking war mech with like that's powered by like a fire elemental inside it, right?
Yeah.
And apparently that's her other mom. And then one of her quote older sisters showed up and was like, you don't have to defer to these inferior machines. They are our guardians and meant to serve us and our great work and whatever, like that kind of vibe. She's like, don't be mean to mom and all that. And then she kept being a bitch and just being hostile to the rest of the party who she brought in there just to say hi and whatever. She's saying like, you should not be here, you're intruders, I should teach you a lesson and all that. So she, ultimately Wamari, who Roche is playing, provokes her, like, intentionally to do something, just to see what she'll do. So she goes up and she starts fighting us. She manages to, like, grab Wamari for a second, but then Wamari breaks free. And then the second after that, one of the other party members, who's the one who can just, like, whatever he imagines can become real, basically.
Yeah.
Creates like a bunch of acidic ink under her to melt the floor and make her just like fall like 14 floors down through the forge, and then we all just leave.
You just left?
Yes, we made her fall 14 floors and deeper into the forge, and we're like, all right, let's get out of here, guys. It was something.
Sounds it.
Fuck! I'm too fast.
You're doing too well. They're calling her too good.
Yeah,
too fast.
This shit is.
It doesn't look easy. That's for sure.
That doesn't seem right.
Try to slow down a little here. There you go. Oh, come on.
I'm Mr. Dark Evil. I'm Mr. Kill.
Good flying! Those lurkers were no match for your Zoomer. That's one more power cell.
Yeah, that aged great.
Exactly. I mean, you hit that trans pad earlier, so.
God, do you know what? Do you know what specifically, like, you know, do you feel old yet thing got me recently, right?
What?
Specifically, the idea that 2017 is now 9 years ago.
No, no, it's not.
A bunch to go.
Like, that specific combination of numbers, that's what hits me. Like, not that 2016 is 10 years ago, that 2017 is 9 years ago. That doesn't feel right. That's bad. That means Hollow Knight is almost 10 years old now.
Hollow Knight is almost 10 years old. Smash Ultimate is almost 10 years old.
Yep.
Mario Odyssey is almost 10 years old.
The final Smash game is almost from a previous decade.
Yeah. And yeah, Smash Ultimate was 2018, but that's why I'm saying almost.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that's not okay.
yeah. I mean, we're getting close to the. We're getting closer every day to the point of DBA hitting that benchmark. So you know.
Oh.
DBA now with it being January of 2026, right? By the end of the month, because if I remember correctly, if it was like late January is when we started it. So in like a couple of weeks it will be 8 years old, which is not okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hurry! There's the next ring!
That sound effect is off for sure. That's mean. And clearly you remembered how mean that was.
Ooh, that was a bit dicey.
Do you have a timer for like the whole thing or like individual rings? It was to your right.
Yeah, they make you fucking turn around a million times.
Another thing I read with the Hero's Tale thing is that people largely don't like the mini games, which I get. I remember liking them as a kid, but I do get it. Because they're very long, and you have to do them like twice each, because it's like, oh, for the extra cool guy completionist reward, you have to do it the second time.
The Donkey Kong 64 effect, I see.
Yeah.
Because Donkey Kong 64 does the exact same thing.
At least it's not the Donkey Kong Bonanza effect. Read, attach unneeded bare bones roguelike to the end of your game and charge $30 for it.
Yeah. I know I keep saying it. I really want to actually... someday I will get to play Bonanza. But that day, who knows when will come. Because, you know...
Frankly, you need to help me resolve some existential lore questions I have.
Now here's the power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
There's, you know, from everything I've seen of the game, it looks super fun and exactly up my alley. It's by the Mario Odyssey team, which is like, I mean, I love Mario Odyssey. I think I can pretty confidently say that Mario Odyssey
to help me win my way back out of this battle.
So, like,
here's the power cell, I promise.
Again, I'm never gonna get over watching RT's playthrough of Bonanza, where like, as I said to you when I first mentioned it, I understand that bosses in games like that are pretty basic. You know, there's nothing like too advanced there, and that's just generally how it goes. It's just meant to be a fun little challenge and whatever, right?
Yeah.
However, like the first boss of that game, fucking oh, why am I blanking? The girl.
Twerking monkey?
No.
No?
No, the little girl. What's her name? Pauline.
Oh, Pauline. Okay.
Is like, you know, she says something like, oh, looks like he's way up high. If you can get up there, you can hit him, right? By the time she finishes that sentence, RT has literally physically dismantled everything the boss the tower that the boss is on top of and killed him. Like, that quickly. Like, he has already depleted everything, like, gotten to him and depleted his HP by the time she gets that out. Like, it is that hog wild in terms of just, like, how you can physically, like, annihilate people into dust in that game. Like, there is no pretense that you are not a big fucking ape who could rip someone's limbs off as soon as look at them. Dude. Because it's like, you might think, oh, well, the whole point of that game is going bananas and destroying everything. But surely there are, like, interesting mechanics the boss have to, like, not just have that happen to them. And the answer is, kind of, but not really.
Not enough, no.
Not enough most of the time. There are a couple bosses that are maybe a bit trickier, but not... Like, and by trickier, I mean time-consuming, but that's about it. Like, it was literally, like, a sight to behold, like, seeing that happen. And how he did that on instinct, without thinking about it. It's not like he was speedrunning it.
Yeah.
He did that.
Shoot those rat nests to stop the rats from coming out.
The classic. Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly you're able to. There is no backwards, if no forwards. Makes you think.
Makes you think.
I love the whole thing of like saying something like an ancient Chinese philosopher, but then going, really makes you think and shit like that. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Only 3 more
What was the direction on Daxter's, like, the beginning of that line for this? He was like, did you see that? Like,
it seems like he's toying with a southern accent in some of his lines.
Yeah. Just throwing a bunch of different crazy speech patterns at the wall and see what sticks.
You're literally at the swamp of sadness. No kidding. You literally touched it. Oh, it's tar, yeah. I've always wanted to be that annoying person, right, who knows the exact difference between a swamp, marsh, bog, and fen, and like all that, right?
Yeah.
Because I learned it at one point in like high school, but I certainly don't remember.
Sleeping. Just generally. Hold on. What are those? it's just on my timeline. All of a sudden, someone's like, "Started my Breaking Bad rewatch and carrying across this phenomenal line," right? And it's just the thing from the fucking pilot where Jesse's like on the fucking like rocks, and he goes, "I'm just looking down here and I see like the cow house," and Walt just like looks up to, he's like, "The cow house? Yeah, it's the house for the cows." Like,
yeah, well, it's specifically where the, like, cause he's like, I don't see like a cow house or anything, and Walt's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know, where they live.
Yeah,
the cows.
Where the cows live. Yeah.
It's really funny.
There's so many.
Jesse is really funny and great for a reason.
Wow!
He's just very well
Only
written.
2 more tethers.
Hey, Jesse is just like, most like stoner stereotype characters are just really annoying to me because they're always just like douchebag dipwads, like, you know, some of them are in real life, or just like some dumb, you know, stereotypical joke and whatever. But Jesse manages to be like, he is like, you know, this gangbanger fucking douchebag, genuinely, you know, bad dude, but he still feels like very human in that.
Oh,
like, not only is he just very funny, but he very much feels like a person, you know, not just like a joke or a stereotype. I've looked, by the way. So, swamps are forested. They have trees. Marshes have grass, but no trees. And then bogs and fens are both a type of mire, which is generally categorized by, like, generally it's defined as, like, it's an area of water where, like, acidic minerals and peat has accumulated from dead plant materials.
right.
There isn't too much scientific separation between, like, bog, fen, and mire as terms, but swamps are different from the others in that they usually have trees. Marshes don't, and mires don't. This is a swamp because there are trees, yeah. It is boggy, though, because there are probably accumulating in the water, giving it its toxic or tar-like consistency.
We've all been saying.
Look out, Jack! It's an ambush!
Just the single rat sitting there.
Not only that, but can you really say it's an ambush after you space jumped into it? Like,
yeah. There are also flooded grasslands / savannas, which is just a real
Break the tongue's grip!
ecosystem type. That doesn't have a more specific name, I suppose. Have to assume found in Africa mainly.
That dirigible's barely hanging up!
You don't know what a dirigible is? A dirigible, well, Yes, a dirigible is like anything that's like a blimp or like an airship type thing. However, there's also the word dirigible, which in of itself just means able to be steered or piloted. Which I didn't know that part. But the thing I did know is that, yeah, dirigible is like a blimp or like a weather balloon or any kind of steerable like aircraft, like that's inflated in that way. Like steerable aircraft that involves a balloon, you know, like being inflated.
Hey, there's the flip-flop.
For example, on account of his legs, Bingo Blimp would be dirigible, I think. I didn't make Bingo Blimp.
No, that was my horrid creation. When did he get it? Like, because I don't think. I guess that would explain it, because I was thinking, like, the only fucking times that, like, Bingo could have met Zelina would have probably have been in a bounty, but I don't think Moomin's ever used Bingo in a bounty.
Ah. Oh, you can glide, yeah.
I mean, I don't fucking... Let me see. Has Bingo been in a bounty? I don't fucking remember.
Probably, like, at least one, right?
At least according to my stuff here, no.
We in like the second hub area right now. Are we in like the second
Aren't you
hub
guys
right
happy
now?
you saved our little flut friend? She may come in handy again sometime. Now, go back to the trans pad, and I'll bring her home.
How many are there, do you know? This might not be the longest game. Although, I mean, they could get longer. Consequences in games, Undertale, you know?
Undertale?
Story of Undertale.
I get, you know, this plus the Pelican, Toby must have really taken long. Checking it though, yeah, I'm pretty. It must have been Christmas time because yeah, she is Zelina.
Even Penny doesn't remember when Zelina shows up.
Blast him.
blast these rats.
Never stood a chance. Gets me with blast. No. Okay. No, but you're gonna talk to him.
He's gonna, let me guess, he's gonna talk with a lower Louisiana accent. Because you're in
Howdy,
a swamp.
friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
That was a
Judging
CGI
by the
thing where he
smell,
stuck
I
it
bet
in
you
the
your
camera, dude.
bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack, but those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out? Good. Those rats will be back any time. Shoot all them rats and keep them from eating at least one of them snacks.
I've noticed that this game has a very common joke of things smelling bad.
Nope.
Over there.
I mean, I'm not expecting more than that. You know, it's just, yeah.
Get him! Nice shot!
Yeah.
Get him! Over there!
Get some! Get some!
What this game's really missing is a joke about the towers.
Yeah.
Over there! Nice shot! Get him! Get him!
Get some! Get some!
Get him! Nice shot!
You still there, Jamie?
Yeah, I just killed the game.
Got him! Nice shot!
Killed the what, sorry?
Over there!
Gendrome.
Get him!
Oh,
Get him!
the guy.
Get some! Get some!
Get him! Over there! Nice! Get him! Over there! Over there! Get him!
I may
job,
have
Jamie.
made my set a little strong compared to these monsters. I'm fully pink bear armor.
Nice! Nice shot!
Well, that's good, Jamie. My boy is strong.
Over
He's too strong.
there! Get him! Nice! Over there!
So, but I'm not sure if you noticed, but they're kind of everywhere.
Over there! Nice shot! Over there! Got it! Nice
Well,
shot!
actually, I think you mean they're over there.
They might be. They are.
Nice! Get him! Got it! Over there!
Get some! Get some!
Get him! Over there! Over there! Got it! Get him! Over there! Over there! Get him! Nice shot! Over there! Get him! Get him!
Your ears will never know peace.
Got it! Get him! Nice shot! Over there! Well, fry my hide! You sure know how to shoot! Thanks a heap for the help.
What?
No, you do. It's right there. It looks like a hippo.
He said it was like a hippo hog, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Hippo hog.
Newest Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack! Can I, have your insect collection?
Well, thank God it saved past that dog shit. Alright, we've been going close to 3 hours, so let's start trying to find a place to stop. No huge rush, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you're having fun.
You're missing a power cell.
Sorry. Last Tether on the what? The ritual, yes. It's funny you haven't heard that word. I'm glad the first time you jump on quicksand, it's just like, ah, that hurt, but you're fine to walk off.
Yeah. Oh, there's the last 6, yeah. Thing is,
Yeah,
kid named Bonnie Small. Bye-bye.
Good work, Jack. Your uncle would be proud.
Immediately crashes into a
That
tower.
was a giant arm from a precursor robot.
Imagine if it was the Barty Swamp.
Yeah.
instead of. Yeah. Potentially, yeah. 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 That's a big power cell building. Rock Village, Rock Village. This is a small village in the Rockin' Kingdom.
Which part?
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Yeah.
Here is another power cell for your quest.
These guys, these voices are all like, riches without honor is its own poverty. Bring me 120 precursor orbs.
For a power cell.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
Looks like a big Dunsparce head.
Yeah. Fish. Fish. Fish.
All right, well. Yeah. You're just pressing buttons. My girl's just like, we'll explore this area next time. It keeps playing. But like not exploring the area, just playing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Penny
All right, well,
loves playing.
thank you guys very much for watching.
Yeah.
Oh Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
They're just
Men
yapping.
just say things.
He's just yakking it up, man. Not important.
Just like
Yeah.
Delilah.
If they want to find out when we're going live with more playthroughs of this as well as other streams, what should they do?
Whoa!
Yeah! Good job.
Winks. Bye, chat.
See you guys. Join us for next time.
Toodles.